Hello everyone, my name is Dylan Lewis and I'm here to talk to you today about threat hunting. Whenever people hear threat hunting, they think of someone that may be looking for something, actively pursuing someone or something, and they're either going to kill or capture that object. And what threat hunting is in the realm of IT is when a specialized individual or even a team of individuals will actively search for malware, worms, ransomware, anything that's malicious on a network of computers. The reason why this is so important is because with today's technology and today's antivirus software, they're searching for what's known as definitions and signatures. A virus signature is kind of the string of letters and numbers that match up to what the virus actually is and what it does. And what the antivirus software will look for is that signature. And if it matches, that's when it shows up on your computer as being a match, and it knows that it's a virus and it knows that it's something bad. The problem with that is there are many viruses today that are known as polymorphic. And what that means is each time they are implemented and with each iteration of the virus, they can change their signature. So one signature may be known to the antivirus software while the new one may be the first of its kind and may not be in the signature database. So you can see where the issue lies with that is if you have a lock on the gate, but then somebody has the master key, they can unlock it and get right through. And why threat hunting is so important is because most threats on a network will become unknown for weeks, sometimes years at a time. The average threat goes untraceable for 30 to 60 days before anybody even knows it's there. And you can imagine with how advanced we are in technology today, with 30 to 60 days of time to search a network and try to pinpoint weaknesses in the endpoints, that someone can steal a lot of very valuable information and personal information as well. So that's why threat hunting is so important. Now, to begin, threat hunters, they search different parts of the computer that are known to host viruses or where viruses want to go so they can steal information. This includes the registry on the computer, where a lot of the user account information is stored, passwords, personal information, and information about the computer itself. And then they also look at deep file folders. Deep file folders are subfolders of subfolders where people don't normally go a lot. So they know that if the virus goes in these specific areas, that they'll more than likely go untraced or unknown. Where do you find threats? Whenever you do find the threats, it's important that you don't just delete it immediately, but you also, kind of dig deeper into that threat. And what I mean by that is, whenever you find a threat, you can really find out where it came from normally. You can trace it back to different IPs to see what country it came for or even a specific device. And then you can also see what it was intended to do. Sometimes where you find it in the registry, you'll also know that if it was in this spot of the registry, it was more than likely looking to steal this information, and etc. So you can always do that. And then the reason you want to find it is because you want to know where it came from, obviously. So whenever you find it, you also want to search where it came from, but then you also want to know that how you can stop it from happening again. And the way you do that is you trace it back forensically, not FBI-wise with fingerprints, but even viruses have a type of fingerprint that they can use to trace it back where it came from, and then you can see why it got in there. The biggest thing with that is a lot of software has vulnerabilities, and a lot of those vulnerabilities become unknown for a while, and they're called zero-day attacks, which means they've had 0 days to figure out how to fix this problem. So whenever a virus has a 0 day in its back pocket, it can get right into the software, and then it can cause havoc. So what you want to do after you find the malicious software is you want to patch anything where it got in. So that might be the internet, that might be through your own network, through your router, your firewall. Different components can have weaknesses. It's not just the actual computer itself. And then also you want to patch those weak points with different updates that are sent out. Like Microsoft sends out updates pretty much weekly. Each Wednesday of each week, they call it patch day. and that's where they put out patches for any vulnerabilities that were found in the previous week. So to recap kind of everything we just talked about, threat hunting, it is very important. You have to actively search for malicious software nowadays. It's not good enough to have an antivirus software that hunts for definitions and signatures, because like we just talked about, some of those signatures are unknown to the database and they can bypass this software and then infect your network. And there's a lot of need for people in the field with this talent, hunting for malicious software. Threat hunting is where cybersecurity is headed, because it is so important and it can help stop millions of dollars in damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this speech. Thank you.